Okay. I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. From the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry, I'm like dying right now. I just ran laps around my house. I'm I can't even like think right now. I'm just so appreciative of you guys. I said this in the 1K video. Wanted to make it this far. Never thought I actually would. And here I am. So everyone who's been putting up with my shenanigans, everyone who's been giving me ideas, advice, thank you. There's too many of you to list at this point because so many of you have been super amazing to me. So I'm not going to say the names. Last time that ruffled some feathers. But you know who you are, and I appreciate the heck out of you. I love you all, so thank you. Thank you for being so supportive. As promised, here's your Q&A video. I have 35 questions from you guys, so I'll try to keep it short. I did make myself some notes so that I wasn't rambling on too much because I don't want this to be like an hour-long video of me sitting here talking. Hopefully I answer most, if not all, of your questions. If I miss anything, feel free to drop them in the comments below, and I will respond to your comments as quickly as possible. I'm just trying to breathe a little bit. I feel like I might be having a heart attack. Pretty sure I killed my dog's eardrums because I was like screaming at a very high-pitched octave and dancing. Yeah, okay, here we go. Q&A. If you haven't already, I'm sure you already have because you would be watching this if you hadn't, but make sure that you subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button when you do so that you know when I post my next video. I'm lightheaded. I need to breathe. I'll be right back. Alright, so before we start, one thing that I want to clarify, in my Discord channel, everyone refers to me as Light. I know that on the actual comments, you guys refer to me a couple different ways. Some of you call me LiteWeight, some of you call me LW, some of you call me Light. But because the Discord group calls me Light, that's kind of what I'm used to now. So when there are questions that refer to me as Light, it's because it came from somebody from my Discord group. In the description below, I have a link to my Discord, or in the banner on my main page. There's also a link to my Discord. Feel free to join. We're like a little crazy family. Even have a little family tree. It's really weird, don't ask, but we really have a great group of people there, and I would love to have you. So yeah, okay, question number 1. I'm sorry guys, I'm so panicking. Panicking isn't the right word. Freaking out? Are you single? If not, do you love us as much as you love him? Well, let's see here. Can you? Oh, I have pen all over my hand. Yep, not single. Happily married. We've been married for a year. Our anniversary was July 7th. 7/7. His name, I will not say, but we refer to him as Mr. Light. So when I talk about Mr. Light, that's who I'm talking about. Question 2. Why do you think the first questions on something like this are always, are you single? I don't know. I don't really blame people for asking. If you're annoying about it after I've already answered, that's a little different, but you have every right to ask. I feel like my bling is kind of big, so you probably already knew the answer, but you can't blame me for asking. But now you know, so time to move on. Who is cooler, you or Mr. Light? He would say he is. I'm definitely cooler. He would say that I used to be cooler, but then I made him pretty cool, and now he's cooler than I am. But I'm the one who has the YouTube channel, so I think I'm a little bit cooler. Don't tell him I said that. Who's better at Mario Kart, you or Mr. Light? I've never played him in Mario Kart, but we all know how good I am at driving. If you've watched any Days Gone, you know I can't drive to save my life. I'm not good at racing games either. I drive off of a lot of cliffs, run into a lot of things. So I'm gonna guess that I'm gonna give him this one. He's probably better. All right, question number 5. What are your hobbies? I actually love to sing. I was in an a cappella group in college, and I really love reading. I like a lot of sci-fi, fantasy, that sort of thing. So if you have any book recommendations, feel free to drop in the comments because I'm always open to new series to read. Other than that, that's kind of it. I mean, obviously gaming, but at this point, since I'm doing it for YouTube, I don't know if that still classifies as a hobby, but I definitely love gaming as well. But probably my biggest hobby would be singing. I sing all the time, all day, every day, especially in the car. Question number 6. Does pineapple go on pizza? I'm afraid to answer this question because I feel like I'm going to lose half my subscribers, and then I'm going to have to do another 2K video because you guys are going to leave me because half of you are going to like my answer, half of you are not. My official answer is pineapple does not go on pizza. However, before you all hate on me, I actually can't eat pineapple. I have what's known as GERD, so essentially like really, really horrible acid reflux that will never go away. So I can't eat it because when I eat it, it's bad for me. It's very painful and I have lots of issues. So I would never put pineapple on pizza because of that. So that probably skews my answer a bit. I used to love the flavor of pineapple. I love the flavor on pizza. So I don't know if I would like the two together, but because of my issues, I've never tried, and because of my issues, I will never say that it does. Does that make sense? What was the first game you ever played, and share some of your first gaming memories? How and when did you get into gaming? All right, I don't remember what this was called, but my very first memory of actually playing a game was, it was definitely a Star Wars flight simulator type of thing. We were in I have no idea what it was called. We were in a Star Wars X-Wing? I don't know. I don't even remember. But I just remember flying at the AT-ATs. Oh my god, is that what they're called? I'm like so spacey right now because I'm so excited I can't even think. The big tall things on legs. Tell me what they're called. And you had to shoot them down, and I remember like flying all over the place. And that's actually why I play Inverted, because that was the first game I played. I didn't play that on my own though because I was really young. Like when I say young, like still on my dad's lap young. Really young. But if you know what game I'm talking about, drop it in the comments because I'd be curious to know. So that was the first game ever. One of my earliest memories, besides actually that, I used to play, what's it called? What's it called? I don't know, I'm gonna have to go back to it. Maybe the story will come back later. But I remember I was playing online against somebody and some old guy yelled at me because he found out how young I was and found out that I was doing just as well as him, and it really pissed him off. And it was kind of funny. So maybe that story will come back to me later. Okay, anyways, number 8. What was the first game I played? Would I play it again? Oh, look it. My notes saved me. Okay, this is my story. The first game I played was Unreal Tournament. I don't know how I didn't think of that. Anyways, Unreal Tournament. I would love to play that again. I played the crap out of that game. That was the first game I really played independently. I played it on the computer, obviously. I really liked it because there was a lot of different types of games, like Capture the Flag, like had to control bases and towers and stuff. I think there were some deathmatch ones, but I really enjoyed that. So if they redid that, I would love it. But my funny story for that is I don't remember, we must have been on opposite teams. I can't even really remember now. But essentially I had the same score as he did, so you know how people are on the internet. There was a lot of cussing. There was a lot of like not nice words going on there. And I was like 8, probably younger, something like that. So my dad got on and pretended to continue to be me and blew him out of the water because my dad is a gamer. He's why I got into gaming. And the guy kind of lost it, and it was really funny because my dad was like, oh, that was my 8-year-old daughter who just beat the crap out of you, and it was really funny. And I wish it actually was me who beat the crap out of him, but it wasn't. But he thought it was, so can I have your autograph? Question number 9. This question comes from Rich from What Culture Gaming. If you haven't checked out What Culture Gaming, do so. I'll try to remember to drop a link in the description. But Rich, you're freaking making me fangirl because if anyone needs anyone's autograph, I need yours. But thank you so much for asking me. Of course you can have it. Tell me where to mail it and it will be yours. But yeah, he also streams, so I'm turning this around and kind of plugging him, but Rich streams on Twitch. That rhymed. I will put the link to his channel or his page or whatever you call it on Twitch in the description. He's such an amazing dude. Really love him. Always super helpful, always super kind. So go give him some support too, because you'll love him just as much as I do. All right, question number 10. What is your favorite game of all time? I don't know. Okay, let's see. In terms of games that I've played the most, I'm gonna have to say Skyrim. I know a lot of people didn't like Skyrim. I own it on pretty much every system. Every time they've released it, I've bought it again. So I'm gonna probably have to say that. Like, there are other games that I absolutely love just as much, but I've definitely invested the most time in that game. I've 100% completed it, like, I don't know, multiple times. I'm playing it again on the Switch. I just got it. So I probably have to say Skyrim, because in terms of hours clocked, definitely put the most hours into that. All right, question number 11 is a two-parter. What is your favorite ice cream flavor and favorite donut flavor? Ice cream flavor, hands down, chocolate chip cookie dough. No questions asked. Favorite donut flavor, Boston cream or jelly donuts with the powdered sugar on top. Now I want donuts. Question 12. Do you ever use video games as a distraction from bad things happening in your life? Always. I think video games are a great way to keep your mind occupied when otherwise it would be occupied by less healthy thoughts. So yeah, I do. When I'm really anxious, when I'm really stressed out, I deal with a lot of anxiety. I will never really talk about that on here, I guess, unless it gets really bad. But for the most part, I manage it pretty well now. But yeah, when I'm dealing with that, video games definitely help. Definitely kind of escape into them. I think that's why I loved them so much growing up. I had a ton of medical issues growing up. Missed more school than I was actually there for. That's a whole different video. I could take a whole hour explaining everything about that. But during that time in my life, video games helped me escape. And because of that, I will always have a special place in my heart for World of Warcraft, because that was the game that I completely delved into and made me feel like I was actually living my life when physically I couldn't. So yes, obviously that's not a cure for it though. So if you're having serious issues, please, please, please go get help. Go talk to a professional, because video games can be a nice band-aid, but if there's bigger issues going on, you really need to seek professional help, and there's no shame in doing that. Okay, 13. Who is your celebrity crush? I have a few. Top 3 would probably be Chris Hemsworth, Theo James, and Jason Momoa. So if any of you 3 are watching, just kidding, I'm married. Anyways, but yeah, Chris Hemsworth, Theo James, and Jason Momoa. They are just gorgeous human beings, and I love them all. Number 14. Biggest pet peeves and biggest fears. I have a lot of pet peeves. Like a lot of pet peeves. Okay. My biggest ones: don't chew with your mouth open. Mouth noises are the worst thing. Even just thinking about it is making the hair on the back of my neck stand up. I hate them. I hate them. I hate them. When people just sit there and, like, I'm not going to reenact it because you don't need to hear that, but when people just sit there and, like, make mouth noises, like you know what I'm talking about, with, like, the tongue in the roof of your mouth. Stop that. Like, just stop that. It's really gross. Also, another pet peeve that I didn't realize I had until recently, but it's kind of come up a lot recently. When people, like, fish for compliments or act like they're not looking for something but actually are looking for something. Like, just flat out tell me if you want something. Don't beat around the bush. Excuse me, I just burped. That's gross. And don't be like, okay, since I'm a singer, I'll use this example because it happened a lot when I was in school and stuff. Don't like audition for a solo or sing something and be like, oh my gosh, I'm so bad. Waiting for someone to be like, no, you're so good. Like, don't do that. Like, if, I don't know. Some people don't mean to do that, like, aren't actually looking for compliments, but you can tell when they are, and I hate that. So don't do that. That's a pet peeve. And biggest fears. I hate clowns. I don't know why exactly. I just don't like things when I can't see your real face. So Disney is okay, but like when I went to Universal Studios, for example, there was a Bullwinkle that scared the crap out of me. And I think it's just because I can't tell what's going on in there. Same thing with clowns. Like, they've got all that makeup on, they've got the masks. Like, I don't like it. I can't see you. I don't like it. It gives me the heebie-jeebies. And spiders, which is justified because I was bitten by a black widow spider on my foot. And let me tell you, that shit was painful. So now I'm afraid of spiders. All spiders, any spiders. Daddy long legs, which technically aren't even spiders. Just stay away from me. If you got legs and you got crawlies, go away. 15. What made you get into content creation or made you want a career in YouTube? All right. I don't know how to say this without sounding like a self-centered biatch, but it's the truth, so I'm just going to give it. I've always liked doing things that put me in the spotlight. I like to be the center of attention. See? Sound like a self-centered biatch. But, you know, with singing, I used to love acting. I wasn't good at it, so I stopped, but I used to love it. It feels good to get the positive attention. And as horrible as this is going to sound, I kind of needed that in my life again. Now, obviously, there's a lot of negativity on the internet. So there's the good with the bad. But I really just, I don't know. When I was growing up, when people asked me what I wanted to be, my answer was always famous. So I swear I'm a nice human being. I swear I'm kind. But that was always my goal. I always wanted to just do something that was the center of attention. So that's kind of where the basis was. I'm a teacher in real life, so some could argue that that's still kind of along the same path. But in terms of my actual content creation, like the reason I decided to go the YouTube route is because it's just something I've always wanted to do and was always afraid to do. And I guess I could have said this in my pet peeves, but I also hate when people talk about doing something and then just don't do it. Like, either do it or shut up. Like, I don't know. It just, whatever. That's another pet peeve. So I had been talking about this for years and years and years. And first it was just to my family. Then when my husband and I got married, it was to my husband. And I was starting to annoy myself. I was having my own pet peeve. And I was like, listen, honey, you either do it or you need to stop talking about it. So then when I sat down and I thought about it, I was like, okay, what's the worst that happens? You do it, you try, you failed. But you tried. Or you don't do it. You're looking down the path of your life when you're on your deathbed and you're like, shit, I could have done this thing and it could have been amazing, but now I'll never know. And at that point, it's too late. So I went for it. And I can honestly tell you, I am the happiest I have ever been. Ever. It has made me grow so much as a human being in positive ways. You know, even with all the negativity, with all the hate that there is on the internet, that's been really good for me because I've always been really bad at hearing that. So it's provided me a lot of growth. Also, I have made so many new friends, people that I genuinely care about from all over the world. And that to me is huge because it's really hard for me to make friends. Sorry, I'm gonna get all emotional. I never really had a lot of friends in high school. I had a few in college. I have a few now in real life, but it's never been easy for me because of my medical issues that I still deal with, because of my emotional baggage. So this has been a great way for me to connect with new people from all walks of life, and I love it. What would you like to achieve with your channel? Long term, my ultimate goal is to be a full-time content creator. Like I've said before, I'm a teacher full-time right now, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love my students. We're like a little family. They mean the world to me. But if I'm being honest with myself, that's not where I want my life to lead. I'm happy there now. I'll be happy there for a few more years maybe. But I really love the creativity of this. I love the freedom of this. You're your own boss. You get to make your own choices. You don't have to worry about state standards or like there's a lot of political stuff you have to deal with teaching that ruins the profession for me. And I'm loving this. And my husband will tell you, and I've already told you, literally the happiest I've ever been. So I think that would be my end goal. More immediately, I would like to get into streaming. I want to have both my YouTube channel and stream. I will never drop my YouTube channel because it's my baby. I've worked my ass off for it. I'm essentially working 2 full-time jobs to make it a channel that I'm proud of, to bring you consistent content, which I myself am proud of. And yeah, so short-term goal, I want to stream and YouTube. Long-term goal, have this be my full-time profession. 17, if you had a superpower, what would it be? Teleportation. I want to see the world. I want to travel. That shit's expensive. I can't afford the plane tickets to travel, but I want to see so many places. So if I had a superpower, it'd be like Paige from Charmed, where like I would fizzle into the little stars, and then I would like poof, be somewhere else. All right, 18. How do you like your top ramen? People who are traditional ramenists. It's a word. I just made it up. Look it up. It's in the dictionary now. Will hate me for saying this because I know you're supposed to eat your ramen with water, but I like to drain all of the water out of my ramen so that it's just like a drier noodle. And I love to cook it with scrambled eggs. So I put a little bit of the seasoning packet in the eggs when I'm cooking them up, and then put a little bit more of the seasoning packet in the ramen, and I mix the eggs with the ramen, and that shit is delicious. Please try it. So good. 19. Does Becky let me smash? I'm going to insert the bird clip for you here, and I'm just going to move on because I don't know what to say to that. Question 20.
Pick.
Let me smash.
What's the first thing you notice about people? Excuse me. Their energy. How do you hold yourself? How do you engage with people? I guess it's not one specific thing. Like a lot of people will be like, oh, their eyes, oh, their height. For me, it's like how you hold yourself. What kind of energy are you emitting? Do you act cocky? Are you acting like you care about people? Are you confident or self-conscious? That sort of thing. It's kind of that aura. 21. If you weren't a teacher or YouTuber, what would you be? In my dreams? A singer. Definitely a singer. But if it needs to be a realistic goal, something that allows me to travel, because I love travel. I am a history teacher. I love learning about other cultures, other places. So maybe like, I don't know, what allows you to travel? A travel agent? Sure. So if it could be a dream job, singer, realistic job, travel agent. Question 22. How often do you do your laundry? So according to my Detroit Become Human videos, like once a month. So I recorded those videos in the course of 3 days. I could not stop playing that game. It was literally 3 days. So in like the first half of the videos, I am in the same dress. So that's where this question comes from. In reality, I probably do my laundry once a month. I have a lot of clothes. I have like a lot of clothes. So I only do my laundry when I need to because I detest doing laundry. It really is like the bane of my existence. I hate that it just never ends. It's just, there's always laundry. I should do laundry more than I do, but I really only do laundry when I run out of things to wear, which takes a long time because I have a lot of clothes. So hard. All right, question 23. What were some of your influences to start streaming? I haven't started streaming yet, but the influences that encouraged me to feel like I could, the biggest one I already mentioned is Rich. Like I said, I'll put his link down in the description. But another one is also someone from What Culture, Rach. She's also amazing. Check her out. Her link will be down there as well. A little bit more close to home, some of the people that are in my Discord who are good friends of mine now have been super supportive, super encouraging. So Sawyer, Papi, and Dan, they all have encouraged me to stream. I'll put all their links in the description. Their links are actually in the description of every video. So they were influential in that decision as well, because watching them do it, they were like, hey, if we can do it, you can do it. So then I was like, hey, maybe I can do this. 24. Which videos are you happy with and which are you not? My favorite video that I've made of all time is my jump scare compilation. Even I could watch that on repeat because it cracks me the hell up. I freaking find it really funny. I'm over the top. I'm a lot. It's fine, but it's really funny. If I could redo anything, it would be my Detroit videos. I don't feel like my videos do that game justice. I'm really disappointed with them, if I'm being completely honest. I would have re-recorded them if I didn't want it to be a blind playthrough, but I had issues just from the beginning because that was when I got my brand new capture card, which in the long run has been amazing, but at the time it was just really stressful and really not working for me. I couldn't figure out the audio. Then when I was exporting the video from my capture card into iMovie, I was getting audio slipping. So the video was off from the audio, and it really took me until like this week, if I'm being completely honest, to figure out that I could detach the video from the audio and slide it. So I'm really disappointed in those videos. I did get some negative feedback from those videos, which I don't mind. I'm totally supportive of that because they weren't rude. But those are the videos that I'm definitely disappointed with, and I wish that I did the game more justice. 25. A travel agent says, you won a vacation, but you have to leave in 10 minutes. Besides the essentials, what do you pack? My phone, my charger, my headphones. But the headphones have to include the little audio jack for my phone because I have an iPhone that has like that rude thing that makes you like switch the port. It's annoying, whatever. Books, my Switch, and my laptop. 26. Have you ever done something funny while drunk? Well, I'm a teacher, so I can't answer that question. I've never been drunk. But I do have a funny story from when I was really tired. So one time I was on a cruise in the Caribbean, and I got very, very sleepy. And I was walking back to the cruise ship so that I could go to sleep, and there was a stop sign on one of those gates that like goes up and down. Okay, so the stop sign was like this. Well, the gate was up, so stop sign was sideways. Well, because I was so tired, I was delusional, and I thought they put the stop sign on sideways, and I lost it. I couldn't control myself. I was laughing so hard, I quite literally fell on the ground in the middle of this parking lot trying to go to the cruise ship, and was literally rolling on the ground laughing, much to my dad's embarrassment, because there was lots of people walking around, and here I am just laying in the middle of the parking lot laughing because I was very, very tired. So my brain couldn't tell me that the stop sign was the right way. It was just the gate was up. So that's my story of when I was tired, because I don't drink because I'm a teacher. 27. What's one game that you can't explain, but you couldn't stop thinking about it? I've talked about it already, but World of Warcraft, man, I don't want to like that game. I really don't. Not anymore. It was an amazing game at first. It's lost its charm. And yet, I still love it. Every time they come out with an expansion, I have to renew my subscription. I have to get that game again. And it's really annoying because I feel like at this point they're stealing my money simply because of the memories that I have. But I used to be so obsessed with that game. I played that game way more than it was healthy. I played that game so much, I used to have dreams about that game. 28. Which games got you into gaming? There was a few. Obviously, like I already talked about, Unreal Tournament was a big one because that was really the first one that I played independently. But also Halo was a huge one. I would play Halo for hours. I would play it co-op, the split screen. I talked about that with my Halo reaction video. So if you watched that already, you already know all that. But also Elder Scrolls Oblivion, phenomenal game that got me into the more of the open world games. And lastly, and later on, but really I think that was the point where I was like, okay, I can classify myself as a gamer now. That would be Left 4 Dead, the first one, not the second one. So those other games like got me interested in gaming, but I think Left 4 Dead was like the turning point where I would just go on the Xbox and play that on my own, and that would probably be like the official time where I would say, all right, I'm a gamer, because I loved that game. 29. What movie can you watch over and over without being tired of it? Oh. I'm really easy to please when it comes to movies. You probably already knew that based off of the games. Like, I just like everything. I'm really easily entertained. But if... So, see, I don't know if I could pick one. But I would have to say probably, like, any Disney princess movie. I know a lot of people, like, hate Disney because of the company or whatever, but Disney got me through a lot of dark times in my life. So I really have a special place in my heart for it. And the Disney princess movies, man, like I could quote them. I could sing every single song. I do sing every single song. So probably those, or maybe Harry Potter, the first one. Because there's nothing quite as magical, no pun intended actually, but there's nothing quite as magical as watching that first movie, because it just is like the one that first opens you up to the world, and there's just something so special about that. So yeah, probably any Disney princess movie or the first Harry Potter. Question number 30. What single player games do you plan on playing on the channel? Will you play The Last of Us? Funny you should ask, because The Last of Us is the next game that will be on the channel. Yay! I have the first 2 or 3 videos already recorded because I wasn't sure how long Days Gone was going to take me, and I was on vacation last week, so I wanted to have them done just in case. So I actually have the first 3 videos recorded for that. So yes, I will be playing The Last of Us. Surprise! Also, I will be playing single player. Okay, so I will be playing Control. This isn't single player, but Man of Medan I will be playing on the channel. And I felt like there was one more. I think that's it. So those are kind of the next ones coming up. But Man of Medan obviously won't be single player. I will be playing that co-op with a lovely, lovely person who I shall not name drop yet, but you should be excited because it's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, so Control and The Last of Us will be my next single player games. I'm not going to give you the whole list. Actually, I'm going to plug my Discord again because I have a list of games that I will be playing on the channel on my Discord. So if you join my Discord, you can see the list that is kind of in creation right now. And if you have a game suggestion, there's a whole channel devoted to game suggestions. Question 31. Which Crash Bandicoot game is your favorite? This was from one of my siblings. I used to play Crash Bandicoot with my siblings all the time. My favorite though. I'm not a fan of the first one. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate. It was too hard. It was too hard for me. It's still too hard for me. I can admit it. I'm not ashamed. My favorite would probably have to be the third one. I think that's Warped, right? The third one? Yeah, I think so. The third one. That's probably my favorite. Then the second would be a close second. Really, I love those two probably pretty equally. There's some levels in each of them that I adore and some that I detest. Question 32. Are there any upcoming game releases that you're really excited for? Yes, a lot of them. Like I've already mentioned, and I'm pretty easy to please. But The Outer Worlds looks like it's going to be amazing. I love, love, love Fallout, so that will be good because it's going to be very similar. What else? Cyberpunk 2077, really excited for that. Obviously Halo, super excited for that. And I think, with a question mark, I think I'm excited for Death Stranding. But honestly, at this point, I'm just so confused. I don't know how. I'm excited because I want to know what's happening, but I also don't know if I'm excited for the game itself or if I'm just excited because I'm confused, if that makes any sense. So, Death Stranding, question mark. 33. Do you have any pets other than Ralphie? Ralphie is my little Shiba Inu, my little baby boy. He's not in here right now, or I'd put him up to the camera. I call him my toasted marshmallow because he's got white and then tan and then black, so it looks like when you're cooking a marshmallow. He's my baby. I don't have any other pets yet. I want to get him a sibling, but I need to save up for a fence for my backyard because he's a little bundle of energy, and working essentially 2 full-time jobs, I don't get to walk him as much as he needs. We do walk him every day, but he needs like 10 walks a day, and that's just not feasible. So I need a fence before I can get a sibling. 34. Do you think video games promote violence? No. No, they don't promote violence. Fight me. Was that violent? No, they don't promote violence. There's a million things in this world that do promote violence. Video games is not one of them. 35. Last question. What is your favorite video game soundtrack? Guys, this is not possible to answer. I don't have one. I can give you a few, but I can't give you just one. Definitely Skyrim. Skyrim has a beautiful soundtrack that's amazing for like when you need to focus. So when I have work that needs to be done, when my husband has work he needs to be done, if there's like studying or anything that needs to go on, Skyrim soundtrack, perfect for that. The Witcher and God of War also have like just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soundtracks. So also that. I also, this list is gonna be so long. I also really love the soundtrack to Fallout New Vegas. Those are like real songs that used to be on the radio, but I just love it, man. It just like makes me so happy. And I can't remember what the one song is, but there's this like one song that just makes me want to go like this all the time. And there's like, it makes me so happy. I just love it. So in terms of like beautifulness, Skyrim, The Witcher 3, and God of War. The one song from Halo, though, like, see, how do you even choose one? There's just so many beautiful ones. I don't know. Those ones, I guess. And there's gonna be more. Someone's gonna say something in the comments, be like, you forgot this game, and be like, oh crap, you're right. That has a beautiful soundtrack too. Add it to the list. There's just they really do such a good job with the music in these games, guys. It's not a bad problem to have, but I don't think I can choose one. But probably those top 5 that I just said. All right, I've rambled. You've been watching me for 40 minutes, almost. So thank you so much for bearing with me through this. I really just can't believe we're here already. My first video went up on my channel in April, I think the beginning of April. So really, I just never imagined the growth that my channel would take. And I mean, I've been working my ass off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna be like, oh, it's so easy. Like, no, I work really, really hard. But honestly, the only reason I've made any growth is because you guys are so freaking amazing. Like, I can't say it enough. I love you guys. You really are just the best. You're super supportive. You're super understanding. You're there for me when, like, I'm confused, or if I make a mistake, or if I totally mess up on a video. You are always super supportive. So thank you so much for that. It's that support that makes me feel like I can work this hard, because it makes me feel like I'm gaining something out of it. So honestly, I wouldn't be here without you guys. So thank you so much. Next video, 5K? I don't know. That's a stretch. It's gonna take us a while to get there. But I don't necessarily want to do a video every 1,000, but I don't know. I guess we'll see how long it takes. So let's go for 5,000. I'm gonna have a lofty goal. Let's get the channel to 5,000, guys. Let's do it. All right. Thank you. Oh my gosh, the most important question. How did I forget? You guys, I never told you my name. Okay, so if you're still with me, here you go. My name. Are you ready? Drum roll, please. That was my drum roll. All right. My name is Tegan. It's very nice to meet you all. I suppose you can call me Tegan if you like, but my friends call me Light, so whatever you want. I'm happy with either. Yeah. Wow. I feel like my secret identity has just been revealed. I'm like no longer a superhero. Yeah, so cool. Thank you for watching, guys. I love you. I'm super appreciative of you. I hope you're still enjoying the channel. Join my Discord. And yeah, If you have more questions that I didn't answer or forgot to answer, feel free to drop them in the comments below. And it wouldn't be a lightweight gaming video if I didn't end it on don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit that bell button when you do so that you know when I post the next video.